Welcome to Nightmare Vault. Tonight, we'll descend into the chilling world of science gone too far. These are 6 of the creepiest and most disturbing experiments in human history. Watch closely, if you dare. Number 6. Remote-controlled mind control has long been a staple of science fiction. But what if it's not so fictional? At the University of California, scientists successfully created cyborg beetles by implanting electronic components into their cocoons. The insects could be controlled remotely, flying like tiny living drones. The experiments went further when the military began testing on rats, equipping them with heat sensors and miniature cameras. By using light to activate or deactivate neurons in the brain, scientists were able to literally control the rats' movements. While intended for search and rescue missions and surveillance, the implications are deeply unsettling, suggesting the potential for human mind control in the future. Number 5. The Soviet poison labs for decades. The Soviet Union secretly operated Laboratory 1 and Laboratory 12, dedicated to developing undetectable poisons. Beginning in 1921, prisoners from gulags were used as test subjects, unknowingly fed lethal toxins like ricin, mustard gas, and Scientists sought the perfect chemical, tasteless, odorless, and impossible to trace after death. Eventually, they created a preparation called C2, which caused victims to weaken, grow silent, and die within 15 minutes without leaving a trace. Survivors of failed poisonings were executed, ensuring no one escaped alive. Number 4. The Stanford Prison Experiment, August 17, 1971. Stanford University conducted what became one of the most infamous psychology studies ever. 24 male students were assigned randomly as either guards or prisoners in a mock prison set up in the psychology department's basement. What started as a simulation quickly spiraled into chaos. Guards humiliated and abused prisoners with increasing cruelty, forcing them into degrading tasks, depriving them of sleep, and threatening them with batons. Prisoners became submissive, withdrawn, and some even suffered psychological breakdowns. Although intended to last 2 weeks, the experiment was shut down after just 6 days due to the disturbing behavior it unleashed. Number 3. Zombie dogs. In the 1940s, Russian scientists shocked the world with footage of severed dog heads, kept alive using artificial blood circulation machines. The heads could blink, lick, and respond to sounds, despite being completely detached from their bodies. Decades later, in 2005, American researchers repeated similar experiments by draining dogs of blood, replacing it with an oxygen-rich saline solution, and then reviving them hours later with a transfusion and electric shock. While researchers claimed these experiments could one day help trauma victims or soldiers suffering extreme blood loss, the imagery of living dead dogs remains one of the most disturbing sights in science history. Number 2. Nazi human experiments during World War II. Nazi doctors performed horrifying experiments on concentration camp prisoners. The most infamous, Joseph Mengele, as the Angel of Death, focused on genetic experiments, especially on twins. Victims endured amputations, forced limb transplants, exposure to freezing conditions, and injections with unknown substances. Many died in agony, and even survivors were often executed afterward. Other experiments included forcing prisoners to drink only seawater, leading to unbearable thirst and desperations, some even licking freshly mopped floors for a drop of water. These experiments remain among the darkest chapters in medical history. Number 1. North Korea's hidden horrors. While less documented, Numerous defectors and witnesses report North Korea conducting experiments reminiscent of Nazi Germany. Former prisoners describe being forced to eat poisoned food, resulting in rapid, agonizing deaths. One testimony recalled 50 women dying within 20 minutes after consuming poisoned cabbage leaves. A former security chief at the notorious Camp 22 claimed gas chambers were used to test chemical weapons on entire families. Parents, he recalled, tried desperately to keep their children alive with mouth-to-mouth resuscitation until their final breaths. These accounts, though denied by the regime, paint a chilling picture of modern-day human experimentation. These experiments prove that science, when stripped of ethics, can become more terrifying than any nightmare. Which one disturbed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more chilling stories from the darkest corners of history, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell. Until next time, you've been watching Nightmare Vault.